Hello everyone, I am Dr.F.Frazer Frank Joe, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Bishop College. Today I am going to deal with poem Where the Mind is Without Fear by Rabindranath Tagore. Before we enter in the poem, I would like to say a few words about the poet. Rabindranath Tagore was born in 1861 and 1941. He was a Bengali writer, composer, philosopher and painter. He was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913. His famous work is Geetanjali. It was published in India in 1910. Later in 1911, Tagore himself translated the poem from Bengali to English. At this translation, this poem is appeared 35th poem in his Nobel-winning anthology. When the poem was written, India was still under the control of British rule, so people were anticipating, people were eagerly waiting for their freedom. The poem is written in the form of prayer, so the poet let us offer a prayer. The poet asks God, let my country awake from this kind of fear. So Geetanjali means a song's offering. Now we move on to poem. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from depths of truth, where tireless striving stretch its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into the heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. The first line, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where the people is without fear, the people could walk upright. Where the people is without fear, people got some self-dignity and self-respect. So people can think and ask them freely without any oppression or suppression. So the people proud, the people feels very proud and self-reliant. This is what the first line tells, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where knowledge is free, where the education or information should accessible to everyone without any barriers such as social discrimination, financial constraint. Everyone has rights to learn and grow and share the knowledge among the community. If it is happened, the communities become, if it is happened, the society become well informed and a more enlightened society. So where knowledge is free, so where education and information should accessible to everyone. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Here the narrow domestic wall refers to such a barriers, caste, creed, color, religion and cultural segregation, where the people was divided by artificial boundaries, but the poet wants a unified world. The poet wants a harmony among the community. So what the poet tells, the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Next line, where words come out from the depth of truth. That means the word being spoken or written, it should be comes from deep truth, honest and genuine, so that the speaker express his true feeling, thoughts, belief without any deceit and superficiality. This expression highlights honest beyond the communication. So where words come out from the depth of truth, this is what the poet needs. Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. The poet that means people should not be lazy and ignoring their work. That means it starts from deep commitment to continuous hard work and then self-improvement. So what poet says, the poet wants everyone to work hard to reach their goal, in the long run to reach the perfection. So if you work hard, it leads to the perfection. This is what poet tells. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits. Here the poet used the metaphorical language. The clear stream is compared to reason or logical thinking, and then sand of dead habits is compared to outdated customs, the superstitious belief. Okay, he wants the stream of reason not to lose its way into the desert of prejudice. So, people's thoughts should be monitored by rational thinking, not by superstitious thinking. Logic should rule over the world baseless relief. So, people's thoughts should be monitored by rational thinking, not by superstitious belief. Okay, logic should rule over world baseless belief, where the mind is led forward by the into ever widening thought and action. The poet wishes his countrymen to be progressive and should be broad-minded. Okay, he wants their mind for led forward by the into the. He wants that mind or led forward to ever widening thought and action with the help of Almighty. We should be open-minded. We can do something unusual. If you have some broad-minded, we can do some extraordinary work. So this is what where the mind is led forward by the into ever-widening thought and action. Next line. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. The poet asks God, the poet offers a prayer, let my people come out from this kind of fear like darkness of ignorance, prejudice, disunity and all the other evils, so that the society become enlightened and well informed society. A conclusion, the poem as a whole calls for awakening progress, more enlightened and then liberated society. The poet, the poem is a form of prayer. The Gitanjali means a song's offering. So the poet asks God and offer a prayer, let me country awaken from this kind of all kind of evils and society become a liberated society. The poet asks God offers prayer, that means Gitanjali means a song's offering. So he asks God offer a prayer, let my country awaken from all other evils and get a heaven of freedom, that means absolute freedom, so that the society become liberated, so that the society become more enlightened and a liberated society. Thank you.